Isaac, have you ever been to Canton, the Hall of Fame before? And if so, can you talk about your first memory of coming to the Hall of Fame?
I've never been in a museum. Today is my first day. I've been here for my teammates' inductions. Just walking in this place, man, it's alive. I think the history that's been preserved is special in so many ways. I mean, just from I grew up in South Florida, and it's amazing. I just started looking for everything Miami Dolphins initially, and then it goes from there to teammates to opponents. I just think this place is amazing, and it's preserving a lot of history here. Yeah, it's awesome.
Was getting into Canton, getting into the Hall of Fame ever a personal goal for you, or is that just something that you knew could kind of come if you succeeded in the NFL?
Well, I think that when you commit to something, I committed to playing football at a pretty early age, and just having a commitment wasn't enough. I wanted to be the best at what I did, and I think this pretty much just puts that icing on the cake of you are one of the best at what you were a part of. So yeah, this was a part of my life plan.
You talked about the people of St. Louis. What's your reaction to St. Louis getting a football team again with the XFL?
I think the entire XFL concept is great. I mean, it gives guys an opportunity to have more, get film, have more reps, stay engaged in football, and just to have a team in St. Louis, I think it's definitely a city that can really support professional sports. They've proved that in more ways than one. So having a team there, I think it's great for the city, great for the players to be there.
Since you've been out of the league, there's been a lot of rule changes that have benefited offenses. What do you think the greatest show on turf could do in today's NFL with those rule changes? Do you think your numbers would be even better?
Well, I think about just about every year you have a team that really tries to, that we get compared to.
Mm-hmm.
And this year it's the Kansas City Chiefs. And when I'm asked about the Chiefs is there are some similarities. I think they've got the speed on the outside from a perimeter standpoint. I think we may have been better at the run game than they are. I think our defense was probably a little bit better than what they had. But I always say this, from a personnel standpoint, I think we're better. And from a mentality standpoint, I think we're better because what you see with the Kansas City Chiefs right now is pretty much our spring practices where there's no tackling allowed. And, what we had, we went up against a totally different gauntlet where guys were looking to take your head off, and it was being promoted. And, you put us in this era. I mean, I don't think it's fair. It wouldn't be fair because, we had guys who were not afraid to go across the middle of the field, make plays, run slants, and be there for the next play to do the exact same thing. So just with the rule change, it's totally different, and I just think we would have it wouldn't have been fair.
Can you take us through what you personally were experiencing when Mike Jones made that tackle at the 1 yard line?
Oh, personally, I wanted the game to be over when I caught the touchdown to take the lead in the game. But I just pretty much got back in my same mode of watching a football game on the sideline, that I had been used to up to that point. And normally, I never like standing with a group of guys to follow the football because, number one, you really can't see in the back. You got your defense that's in front. Offensive players have to be in the back and try to watch the game. So I'd always stand on the opposite side of the field, watch the jumbotron, the snap of the ball, and then I'd look and see what happens with the play from a live standpoint. But I was pretty much nervous. It's like being on the field not being able to do anything because the defense is out there, and that's a big part of trust. Because you're trusting these guys to do what they've been doing all year, either stop somebody, get a turnover, or get you the football back. And that's where I was as a player and as a fan at that moment, just cheering on my guys and making sure they some kind of way stop Steve McNair from getting in the end zone. And the great Mike Jones made one of the biggest plays of my career.
And you talked about that touchdown you scored right before that. Do you feel like Mike kind of stole a little bit of your shine there? I mean, that was a 73-yard game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Maybe selfishly, but in reality, not really. Because, football is it's a four-quarter game. It's not over until there's all zeros on the clock. And if there's any time left and we have the ball, we're trying to score. And the same thing goes with the Tennessee Titans, who were in that position at that time. But, I think there were, 3 iconic plays in that game, Super Bowl 34. One with Steve McNair knocking off 2 defensive linemen and completing a pass down the field. My play and Mike Jones' play just to end it all. So I think those 3 plays should really be pumped up and go down in history.